If you see bags under my eyes, it's because I spent all night watching the last 7 episodes of Never Have I Ever. Okay, hi, I'm Mia, and today I am going to be talking about the Netflix TV show Never Have I Ever, which probably came out a while back. I'm only watching it now because I'm late on everything. I'm just gonna get right into the spoiler content here. Basically, in Never Have I Ever, there's okay, I'm going to be focusing on Ben versus Paxton and why I am creating this public service announcement that Devi and Ben need to be together, they should be together, they will be together, and I hope there isn't a second season where Paxton comes in and ruins everything. So let me get started. So prior to making this video, I did some research, and by research, I mean Googling whether there's going to be a season 2 of Never Have I Ever. I feel like there will be, but at the time of recording, Netflix hasn't confirmed it yet. Okay, anyway, let's get into my whole little ramble. Also, this video will primarily revolve around the romance, not because I think it's the most important part of the series, but it's because it's a point that I want to discuss. But at the end of the video, I will briefly touch on my thoughts of the rest of the series as well, but I didn't want to make this a review. Alrighty, so I thought that the TV show would follow that pretty common plot where it would be about Devi and Paxton. And honestly, I never really cared about Ben as a character. I mean, he was kind of interesting, and I thought that the two actors worked really well together, their scenes were really great, but I didn't notice too much. But then there was the Model UN episode, and in that episode we see Devi and Ben work together for the first time, but they also betray each other. Can I just say, that whole scene with the Model UN and the nuking part was fantastic. I think Devi's a fantastic character. That goes without saying. It's just great how they were enemies and then they worked together to have that party, but then they become enemies again in the Model UN, and yeah, so that was great. And that was the first episode where I was kind of thinking about them becoming friends, not really a romance, but just being friends. Then we had a really surprising episode where the episode title was Never Have I Ever ... been the loneliest boy in the world. I believe that's what the title is, and it revolved all around Ben, which took me by surprise because he was slowly becoming one of my favorite characters. So it was really great to see an episode dedicated all about him, and honestly, despite all of his privilege, you do really feel sorry for him. Anyway, so there's a couple of episodes, and then there's an episode where Devi goes to the party, and then there's Ben, and then he tries to kiss her twice, and okay, that scene was really awkward. But then the last episode happened, and Devi and Ben got together, as in, I'm pretty sure the last scene, or one of the last scenes, is just them making out in his car. But he was really nice in that scene, and he did really help her, which I appreciate. Devi and Ben, they challenge each other intellectually, and they're each other's intellectual equals. If you contrast that with Paxton, Paxton is just not very smart. Now, I understand that Paxton is conventionally attractive, and Ben just looks like what you would expect a nerdy boy in high school to look like. I mean, Paxton, yeah, whatever. I mean, yeah. But at the same time, he doesn't really have much of a personality, in my opinion. At the beginning, the one glimpse of hope that I had was when he was talking about his sister, and when he was talking about how he was defensive of her because he had bad experiences in the past. And that was the one moment of depth, and I latched onto that, and I was like, you know what? Maybe Paxton isn't the most cliched, boring, ordinary character. But then from there, nothing really much happened. Sure, Paxton and Devi have that kiss, but there's a whole lot of drama surrounding that. And I think that Paxton is kind of a mean person anyway. He's not very nice. And I know that Devi is really flawed and they've had a lot of drama. Yeah, I know that Ben isn't really nice either. It doesn't matter so much with Ben being mean to Devi at the beginning because she's mean back. Most of the time they don't personally get insulted. So, whereas Paxton, he's mean, and Devi actually gets affected by that. So at the end, Paxton is oh my god, maybe I actually do like Devi. And he goes to her house or whatever, but just forget about that. Devi should be with Ben. Honestly, that ending took me by surprise because I didn't think the show would go there. I thought the show would do the usual thing where the girl ends up with the popular athlete, but no. I just think that Ben is a stronger character than Paxton. Also, another thing that I want to note is that I feel Ben naturally, the actor that plays Ben is naturally better, but I'm not sure if that's because the actor had more to work with. With Paxton, I feel he comes across as really shallow, and his whole character I feel revolves around his face and his body, so I'm not sure whether the shallowness of his character is because of the writing and the script or because of the actor himself, but I just think that all round Ben is a really strong character. So I know I just rambled about the romance side of the show for however long this video is, but I do want to quickly say that I really enjoyed other aspects of the show as well. I think it was really well written. I think that it was really interesting to see Devi handle her grief, and I think that it was really great to see how like she's really temperamental and all of her flaws, because I liked her being a flawed character. I feel like sometimes in like teen shows, characters, like main characters, can be annoyingly perfect, or like their flaws can be really superficial or really shallow, whereas I think Devi was a great character. I think her family members were great, like that whole family dynamic was great. I think that her friends were, that whole friendship thing was, I liked all of it. I think it was really well done. I didn't really know what my expectations were going in, but I think ultimately it is a really great show. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for listening to me ramble about this. If you want to see more videos from me, then consider subscribing, and yeah, thanks for watching, bye!